Today, I'm going to take you on a walk through my personal grocery order that I shopped myself. So we're not going to be doing any call outs or shout outs to any shoppers. I actually just got back from the grocery store and we're going to go through item by item and we'll talk about some produce tips, some meat tips, and dry goods, dairy, things like that. Whatever's in my bag, we'll go through. All right, here we go. Make sure that you hit subscribe. If this video is useful to you, give me a thumbs up and stay tuned to the very end and you'll get to see my littles. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Cindy. I'm a Shipt shopper in the Nashville Metro, and I try to do 2 videos a week for you, a Tip Tuesday and an FAQ Friday, and as well, I will jump on if there is like a crash or some kind of major issue going on. For example, lately I've done a couple of updates on what's going on with the stores with all the COVID stuff going on across the country. So I'm kind of running out of things to talk about there. I'll just say be safe, wear your gloves, wear your masks, and take care of yourself. That's my husky. Did you hear him? All right, so we're going to go item by item through my grocery trip. First of all, I use paper bags. That is a personal preference. It doesn't really matter, but you do actually need to bag your groceries in a bag, not just use your reusable bags or cooler bags. Does that make sense? You do need to bag your groceries. So I've got an extra bag here that, because I always have extra bags. That's a good tip too, actually. Put some extra bags in your car, just a couple of paper bags. 3 or 4 plastic bags can come in very handy if you have a bag rip or something like that, or you're not thrilled with the way someone bags your groceries. If you want to bag your own groceries, that's okay too. Okay, I'm going to jump on in. We're going to start. Looks like most of this bag is from the produce department, even my dressing. I did not, and you should have, or I should have, checked the date on this. This was kind of a spur of the moment whim purchase. I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, but I love tzatziki sauce. I don't know how to say it. Somebody tell me how to say it. So on this bottle somewhere should be an expiration date. I'm not going to go through every item this slow. Okay, top. It says June 25th. I don't know if there would have been one later or not, but you want that latest date, especially on cold jarred items. You want that latest date out, okay? I will finish this before June, so no big deal. This is fun. If you have a customer that loves little things like this, I usually get the praline pecans, but today they had butter toffee pecans, so I got those. I don't know, these do have a date. Yep, these little prepackaged, or not prepackaged, but store packaged, or I don't know if they come on the truck. I guess they come on the truck because they're sealed in the clamshell. But these are Publix brand nuts and things. I love that little section. So this has a date of July, so I'm good. This is something, a little treat for my son, which I kind of want to throw up just to look at them. This has a date of 4/19. So probably should have looked for a better date, but it is stuffed mushrooms with artichokes, spinach and cheese, so probably not much further out than that. He'll have these eaten by the end of the day, okay? And no baby. Green beans. This is not the prettiest bag, but they were on sale, and I wasn't too worried about it, and they're actually not too bad. But you want to just squeeze them. These are nice and firm. You want to squeeze them and make sure there's nothing mushy or no goo in there. So these have a date somewhere. I don't think I've ever actually found a date on these. A lot of produce is not going to have a date, so you really just have to go with appearance and feel. If you're unsure, so there you go. I can't find a date on this, so they look good, and we're going to eat them in the next couple days. Also, it's another go. These Eat Smart veggies are very, very popular if they're out on the shelf. I think the broccoli and broccoli cauliflower and broccoli and carrots, those run out pretty quick. Always ask your produce people if they have more. They do always have a date up here on the top. This is also April 18th. Usually there's one way better than that. That's only 4 days out from now. Usually there's one about a week out. Same thing. Got myself some celery. Check the date. Feel. Make sure there's no mushies. Prepackaged things like this. Sometimes if you get an order that's requesting squash, yellow squash, and they look kind of puny on the in the basket or in the loose ones, you can check to see if they have some prepackaged ones. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And of course, that's going to depend on your store. I thought these look great. My husband loves squash. So there we go. Make sure they're not mushy. This is another cold item. This is a really good sauerkraut. If you have somebody wanting sauerkraut, Silverfloss is a great brand. This has a use by date of March of 2021, so I'm good there. Okay, next bag. This is going to be Emery's favorite video. A little shout out because I love to pick on her because she always watches. Because it's going to be long. I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes. So I'm going to go really fast here. Okay, meats. I love the aprons pre-packaged section, and none of those things are in the Shipt catalog. So I love going there when I shop for myself to see what's there. I got me some. So if you have a customer that you know loves fresh, easy meals, Emery, you can tell me what's there, and I'll tell you what to get. They had today lots of things. Got some seasoned chicken fajita mix. So it's got peppers and onions and chicken and seasoning and yum, yum, yum. And all I got to do is throw it in the skillet. Meats you want to put in a plastic bag because they are not vacuum. If these are fresh meats, they are not vacuum sealed. They have this saran wrap kind of thing. And trust me, you don't need drippy meats. And make sure when they're bagged flat, not like this, because you're going to end up with something dripping out. Date on this one is 4/16. That's probably about as good as I can get at Publix. Sometimes I think I can get one day further, but Publix has always fresh meats. So, and they grind it in the store. Hey. Chicken, I didn't check my date either. That one's 4/18, so we'll either get it cooked or frozen by then. Got some chicken breast. Yay, it was there. Check the dates, check the coloring. Like if you're not a meat eater, ask the meat department. Say, hey, help me pick out the best package here for my customer. Which one looks the best? Okay, I kind of stay away from things that are turning colors at the end, or they look like they almost kind of look like they're scorched or something, which I know they're not, and it's just a different coloration, but I try to stay away from that. Chicken also, always please use the plastic bag. You can, if you don't want to touch the package, use that plastic bag kind of as a glove. So basically, I would put the bag on my hand and grab the meat with that, and then poof. If it's drippy, take it to your butcher or the meat counter and ask them to rewrap it for you, and they will happily do that. If they won't, I'm sorry, you need to go to Publix. Prepackaged meats, check those dates on those. Sometimes they're on like a little, like this one's, gosh, I can hardly see it. Usually they're somewhere around the seal on the edge, but these are vacuum sealed, so I'm not going to worry about putting them in a bag or an extra bag. If I have a lot of meat and I want to pack it with something else, I'll put it in a plastic bag and then in my paper bag so they're separated from other cold items. So see, everything's pretty much at near the edge. Usually this would be up here more, but that's a good place to start to look for those dates. You just want to get the furthest one out, and if it's really close, ask your customer, hey, this meat expires or is best by or whatever it says. Send that to your customer. Hey, I just want to make sure that's going to be okay if you're going to use it by then, or be able to put it in the freezer. Okay. More aprons meals. These are all pretty sure they're all vacuum sealed. So, I usually just make sure they're flat in the bag. I don't have customers really that order these because again, they're not in a catalog, but, they're really good. This is street tacos. Pork street tacos. Yes. And then for me and my son, this is a 2-person. Oh, it says 1 serving. So see, my mistake. So if I'm shopping for a customer, I want to make sure that I have the quantity that they want. I didn't get the quantity that I want. So I'm only going to be able to feed 1 person. So my son and I are going to fight over this shrimp scampi. I just got it for him for a little treat for lunch because he's been very happily eating whatever he can scrounge up. All right, breads. Did you know that these little, I don't know the days or the whatever, but there are lots of graphics floating around. These little ties are, and probably each brand has a different thing, but they match whatever day that they were baked. These are good till May 1st, so I've got 2 weeks to use these buns. I don't care what the date is on that package, you squeeze them, and if they're not fresh and soft, don't squeeze them so hard that you smash them. Then you don't want them. So some of them have the little tabs with the date. This one's April 26th. Look, this was a limited edition. I was going after this one. And look, I got 2 different color dates. This is what happens when I shop for myself. April 27th. So I went after the raisin cinnamon for the babes and got them a strawberry to try too. I'm all about finding new stuff right now because, you know, we're home and eating at home more. And little treats, zebra cakes. A lot of this stuff is out, or they don't have as varied a selection right now because so many children are home and the factories are having to kind of ramp up production. So this one's May 9th, no problem. Like if they don't have zebra capes, sometimes they have zebra swirls. Just look for something similar. Usually there's a brand preference on this type of thing. Like everybody loves Little Debbie, so just check with them. Swiss cake rolls. If I like Swiss cake rolls, or like Swiss cake rolls, but just try to find something else. If it's something chocolate, find them something chocolate. If it's something white, find something white. If it's something peanut buttery, find them something peanut buttery. Or say, hey, they don't have this, but they have and you can text into your phone what other options are. I got this because I always end up throwing chicken broth out because I forget to freeze it or use it again in another recipe. Did you know you can freeze that? So yay, I finally got the little 4 packs. So if your customer wanted a 32 ounce chicken broth, then you can, and they don't have it, you can offer this. But make sure you substitute that because the price is vastly different. And they're going to know that, so don't freak out. Even powdered mixes have a expiration date. This one's January of 2024. So I think we're okay. I'm sure we'll use it by then. My daughter's been begging for lemonade, and this is my go-to. I love Country Town. Tuna. These 4 packs, usually you can see the date through there. Some of the packages are where you could, like the cardboard wrappers like this, sometimes people will change things out. I don't know why. Maybe they come open and somebody just stuffs one in. So make sure that hasn't been messed with or something like that. I didn't get any eggs today, so let's talk about eggs while I pull this other bag over there. Open your eggs. Some people literally pull out every single egg to make sure they're not cracked. I don't do that. I just kind of wiggle them all, and if it's one of those clear cartons, while it's closed and sealed, both hands, flip it, turn it upside down, check for cracks and things like that. Bakery items. This was our treat. I don't get these very often because they are not cheap, but they are so, so good. If you ever want to get a treat for yourself or a friend, check out the Publix Bakery. Anything from the bakery, make sure it's bagged separately or on top so it doesn't get smushed. Lettuce. You notice that wasn't in my other produce bag. I don't think that was intentional, but make sure, I've said this a million times, do not put it in a cold bag or you'll have brown mushy lettuce. This one looks good. So no problem. If you put it with your cold stuff, by the time you get to your delivery, it's going to be junk and you're going to have gooey lettuce. Berries. The stores would really prefer that you not open these up. You can usually kind of squeeze through the package and feel that they're firm. If you need to open them up, that's fine. But right now, please don't, because nobody wants anybody's hands touching anything right now. So I was about to pop one in my mouth, but I probably should wash them first. Strawberries look good right now, finally. So get some good berries, flip them all around, turn around. Stores also do not like for you to swap this berry for that berry. It changes the weight of the package, which changes the price per pound, and some customers are very particular about that. Most people aren't, but some people are. But they're selling this to you as a package at, I think it's 16 ounces. So that's what they want in the package. So please don't switch those. If the berries don't look good, please send your customer a picture and let them know. Some people make shakes with them. Some people just eat them fresh. So kind of depends on what they're doing with them, how much they're willing to take a not so perfect berry. You can offer some of the berries that are in the clamshells in the deli that they cut up, the cut fruit, or maybe frozen strawberries if they're doing shakes. Avocados. I bought 3 today. When I place an order, if I care, I'm going to put a note that I want them all ripe or not or whatever if I don't care. So if you ever shop for me, you'll know this. Then I don't care if there's not a note. I don't care. Just give me avocados. So avocados, see that little brown? If you push that down, it's going to gently give. And let's look at the difference. I've got 3 different, woo! Of course I dropped the soft one. 3 different ripenesses here. This one's like ready to go. So see how brown that is? This one will be ready in a day or 2. It's firm. It doesn't really give much, but the stem piece does. Don't pop all these stems off when you're in the store. I don't know why. It just bugs me. So it's still green inside. You see the difference? Okay. Ask your produce guys for help. This one is not ripe at all, and it's bright green as opposed to this one being still a little green, if you can see it, and also darker. This one, the stem will not give. It's really just my finger giving, and it's like lighter. Okay, you want to see all those together? See the difference? So that little stem can tell you a whole lot about an avocado. So don't squeeze them too hard. This ripe one is very, very soft. Just I kind of use my thumb and gently go around it and look for overly mushy spots. Nacho cheese sauce, my daughter's weakness. I love nacho cheese sauce, don't get me wrong. I just hate feeding my kids something in a can like that. So this is good till September. So we're good. Citrus. Smell it. Squeeze it. If you're not sure, ask the produce guy. Bagged apples. This is a big one for me. I pay a lot of extra for my Honeycrisp. We love our Honeycrisp. If you're buying a bag of apples, please turn gently. If you need to open it, watch this. It will open. Please check my apples for me and then seal it back. Whether you're going to buy it or not, seal it back, okay? Don't put your hands all over it. But make sure you give it a good check through. I don't like paying for bruised apples. Onions, I went through about 4 bags of these. And I still, when they're bagged, they're not always perfect. And that's okay. But I went through about 4 bags before I settled on this one because most of them had some bad spots on them. I don't usually use a whole onion. I just use about half of one, so I'm kind of okay with that. But it just kind of depends on you and your customer. I would not bring a customer a bag of onions with bruises and brown smushy spots. I got a not so perfect garlic because I wanted to get out of the way of the guy. And we only end up using about half or a quarter of it. You see how kind of brown that is? I want that to just be a little bit prettier for your customers and more white and bright, okay? I think that's it. Nope, I got some creamer. Creamers, you're going to notice your dairy creamers are going to expire a lot sooner. This one's June 11th, actually. And your non-dairy creamers are going to last a whole lot longer. Okay? Packaging, bagging real quick, and then I'll stop. Excuse me. Bag like items together as much as you can, protecting your cold items and protecting your dry items and your produce, especially your lettuces. I, again, prefer paper bags because I can get more in there more neatly and it just presents better. Communicate with your customer throughout the shop. Let them know if there's a problem with an item and you can't resolve it and you need to make a substitution. All right. Let me know if you have any other questions. I hope that you guys are doing great. I know that there are swarms and swarms of you shopping right now because I know that they're hiring all over the country and you're new and it probably is a little bit overwhelming. So make sure you subscribe, hit me a like, comment, let me know all the things that you want to know. But I hope to see you again on the next video and I'll bring you some more tips. All right. FAQ Friday, let me have your questions. And what are your questions that you are struggling with? Shh. I'm going to call my kids in here and give them a treat if they will come say hi to you guys, okay? Here they come. 1 second. Hey guys, come here. any second now. Hello? Don't they listen so well? Alexa, make an announcement. Come see your mom for a treat. Now they can't find me. They're looking for me all over the house. They have no idea where I am. Oh! One found me. I'll take this. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't take the green one. Aren't they cute?